my N5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 60.8, and we've now got, for this ambient kind of track, we've got kind of low end, medium end, and kind of high end sounds. And then we've got our sound bed loops on the bottom. And I thought about it a little bit, and what I think I want to do is we're going to go mute groups. And we're just going to put all the sound beds in the same mute group, and then we can play them. So just have that kind of going. And then if we want to switch to another one, we can kind of do that at will. And I think what we're going to need to do is you're going to kind of have to listen to these different sound beds to find out if they're kind of lower or higher or whatever. But this does allow us to keep something going all the time. And because we're going to be doing that all the time, what I'm really considering is taking and turning all of the main pads into, getting them off of bus 1, just having it skip bus 1. Maybe we'll use bus 2. But I think isolator becomes a really good friend for us because we can sculpt the sound for the sound bed quite a bit more. To the point, actually, you can hear that's how much of the low end we've got. This is how much of the mid. You can hear there's almost no high end here. So we can, kind of sculpt out, take out the low end if we want, and then bring in some of these other, like the low end piece here. We know there's no high end. So you can kind of bring some of these other bits in. And you'll see when it's done, you can kind of bring in like the next sound. And again, we can kind of sculpt these down. We might want to stay in the mid, then move over to this other one. Because we want to emphasize the mid here, and then maybe it's bring in the low. We know that we're just going to always have something playing here. So we get the low. Maybe it's now time to switch in and start bringing in some mids. That one's maybe too much. I think this will require some practice, but maybe it's kind of coming for like, if like 6 is what you want, there's probably an order for how much energy you want in any of these. But because we've got the isolator going, we can bring in some of the high end, bring in some of the mid if you want, then kind of start bringing in some of the other sounds. I think there's also a good opportunity to either bring in like a reverb, which might smear it a little bit. I also even think like if you go to bus 2, it might be fun to take some of these and send them to like the cloud delay. Because you can start getting like these cool textures and things with the balance of them, or go low. Just depends on what you kind of need. You can hear like it's kind of bringing in some other sounds. You can kill like your background loop like we just did here. Oh, just switch back to bus 1. But we can bring in like, highs, lows, if there are any. Doesn't sound like there's much low, if any, in here. So maybe it's a time to bring in some of the low. And just let that play out. Oh, that's a short one. So I'm actually probably kind of done with what this is. I don't know that I have a whole lot more thoughts other than I'm going to stop everything. I do think if you're being more strategic and thoughtful and planned beyond what I was, which was just record a whole bunch of loops and see what happens, or maybe just pads, I think, a good system was probably start thinking through where do you want like your sustained sounds, so you can kind of bring these things in. And like, if you don't want fixed velocity, turn that off. So you can bring these things in at like lower, or really hit on them to bring them in. This one, as you can see, maybe it, whoop, maybe it needs to be truncated, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to end it here. Just say, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.